You know, the central, invisible thief of your daily energy. It's not your physical activity level or even your sleep quality. It's the silent, constant cognitive tax that's levied by the sheer volume of objects occupying your peripheral vision. Today, we're going to explore exactly what that means and, more importantly, what you can do about it.
This one idea, well, it's the key to understanding a feeling that so many of us have but can't quite put our finger on. It's the real reason you might feel so drained, and it has so much less to do with what you're doing and everything to do with what you're just seeing.
So, let's just start by putting a name to this feeling. It's that sense of being tired for absolutely no reason, even when you really haven't done much at all. You know, it's an incredibly common experience, but the cause? Well, it's often hidden in plain sight.
I mean, really think about it for a second. It's a quiet afternoon, maybe you're sitting with a book, and yet, by the end of the day, you feel mentally wiped out. If that sounds even remotely familiar, I promise you, you are not alone. And this isn't about a lack of willpower, it's about your environment. The official term for this energy thief is decision fatigue from clutter, but I want you to just remember this simple phrase: a neurological tax. Every single object in your line of sight, the stack of mail, the books, the mugs on the counter, it presents your brain with a tiny, unconscious question. And every single question levies a small tax on your cognitive resources.
Okay, so let's dive into the science of this, because understanding the why behind this fatigue is just incredibly empowering. It really moves the whole issue from, some kind of personal failing to a solvable environmental problem. This is all about how your brain is actually wired to work. Now, what's really fascinating about all this is how our brains change over time. One of the most significant shifts is something neuroscientists call reduced inhibitory control. And listen, this is a completely natural part of the aging process, kind of like getting gray hair or needing reading glasses. It's just what happens. So, what does that actually mean for us? Well, in simple terms, your brain's natural filter, it just becomes a little less effective. When you were younger, your brain could easily see a cluttered shelf and just register shelf. But now, it has a harder time ignoring all the individual items. It can't just look past the visual noise anymore. It starts processing each and every object, whether you want it to or not. And what that does is create this constant internal battle for your attention called visual competition. Every object in your field of vision, the pan on the table, the notepad, the remote control, is in this silent little battle for a slice of your focus. Just take a look here. On the left side, in a space with low visual competition, your brain can just relax. It can conserve energy for the important stuff. But on the right, in a high competition environment, your brain is forced into overdrive. It's working overtime to process every single object, and that just drains your energy reserves.
And the crucial point here is that the cost is cumulative. We're talking about thousands of tiny, invisible decisions your brain is forced to make all day long. This depletes the part of your brain that's responsible for planning and focus and self-control, and it leaves you with this deep, persistent cognitive exhaustion.
But here's the good news. Now that we understand the problem, we can introduce a solution. And it's not about becoming a minimalist overnight, it's about being strategic. Let's see how this builds into a really clear protocol. This is it. This is the single most important principle to remember. If clutter is a tax on your mental energy, then the only logical solution is to lower that tax. We need to restructure our environment so it stops asking our brain for so much money, so to speak.
And that is precisely what the Visual Streamlining Protocol, or VSP, is designed to do. It's a system. See, it's not about achieving a perfect-looking home, it's about creating a neurologically calm space. The goal is really simple: reduce the number of visual questions your environment is bombarding your brain with every single day.
So the VSP is built on 3 core tenets. First is visual noise reduction. This is all about clearing your sightlines in the places you look most often. Think about the path from your bed to the kitchen, or the view from your favorite chair. We just want to make those paths visually quiet. Second, and this is a powerful idea, is decisional outsourcing. It means using closed storage, cabinets, drawers, bins, to hide things from view. Because if your brain can't see it, it doesn't have to process it. You're literally giving your mind a break. And third is high contrast navigation. This just means making essential items incredibly easy to find. A single dedicated home for your keys, your glasses, your phone. It reduces that mental effort of always searching.
Now, I know this might sound like a lot, but the application of VSP is designed to be gentle to be manageable, and to be really effective. We're not talking about a weekend-long purge here. We're talking about small strategic actions that give you immediate cognitive relief.
So here they are, the first 3 practical, actionable steps anyone can take to start conserving their cognitive energy. These aren't overwhelming demands, okay? They are simple, repeatable habits that will start lowering that cognitive tax right away.
So step 1 is the prime surface audit. Your prime surfaces are just the places your eyes land most often. The kitchen counter where you make coffee, the nightstand you see first thing in the morning and last thing at night, maybe the table next to your favorite chair. Don't try to tackle the whole house, just pick 3. Clearing only these surfaces creates an oasis of calm, and it gives your brain an immediate noticeable break.
Next up is closed-door storage. This might be the easiest and most powerful VSP tactic of them all. You don't even have to get rid of anything. Simply moving items from an open shelf into a cabinet with a door is a profound act of cognitive kindness. A closed door tells your brain, hey, nothing to see here, nothing to process, you can relax. It completely hides the visual competition and dramatically lowers that tax.
And finally, we have the 10-item daily transfer. We all have those items, right? The things we just don't know what to do with. The broken gadget, the weird gift, the single sock. Instead of letting them sit out and just drain your energy, create a holding bin. Each day, just pick up 10 of these items and put them in the bin. That's it. You're not deciding their fate yet, you are simply outsourcing the decision to a later time, clearing them from your visual field and freeing up your mind today.
Understanding and applying these steps is powerful, but the real transformation, it comes when we shift our perspective and really understand the deeper wisdom behind this practice. This isn't just about cleaning up. It's about setting the stage for the life you actually want to live.
This right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. Every object you remove from your line of sight doesn't just clear a space, it adds a drop of fuel back into your cognitive tank. Simplicity isn't about deprivation, it's about abundance. An abundance of energy, of focus, and of clarity. I absolutely love this idea. When you take control of your environment, you are practicing the highest form of self-care. You are actively choosing to reserve your precious mental energy for the things that truly matter: creativity, connection, and just joy.
It doesn't start with some massive overhaul. It doesn't start with a 10-step plan or a 30-day challenge. It starts with one single, simple, powerful action. So here is your gentle challenge. Tomorrow, just identify one of your prime surfaces. Clear everything off it that isn't absolutely essential, and then just, for a moment, look at it. Feel the quiet it offers your brain. That feeling, that's the beginning. And it's a reminder that the exhaustion you may feel at home isn't some personal failing. It's that cognitive tax we've been talking about, an environment that asks too many visual questions. By using the Visual Streamlining Protocol, by clearing your sightlines and outsourcing decisions, you are actively lowering that tax. And that's the most helpful insight here. It's the reassuring thought that by choosing simplicity, you are gifting yourself the mental energy and the clarity you need to truly enjoy your life. You are creating room, not just in your home, but in your mind, for peace, for presence, and for joy.